Greetings, everyone. Welcome back to my sketchbook. It is Thursday morning of Shark Week, and let's see what we can do. I dip my pen, and well, we'll see if this is an idea that goes somewhere. It's possible that it won't. And let's zoom in on this a little bit too. Make sure that it kind of focuses on something. Oops. And then I'll try to check it again. So I'm starting off with eyes. This gives me something to focus on. Well, let's see. So I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. Depending on when you're watching this, this could be later on in the day. Well, it's going to be later on in the day regardless. I'm just scratching basically right now. Making a little nose. Try not to make it look too much like a dog, which can happen if you're just kind of playing around anyway. Not my intention. Fortunately, the cats that live at my house, they're indoor cats, and well, they're okay with water, but they're not beach cats. So I don't have to, get them to the beach so they can play. There are cats that do like the water. Honestly enough, I don't know how they would react to it. They might be okay with it. Let's go roughly, well, yeah, let's go about there. want them to look too vicious, but it's okay if they do. This is just fun stuff. Darkening that in just a little bit rather quickly. A little bit of the gum line down here. I remember hearing a story of why certain cats have certain markings. And so one of the cats that we have at my house is a tick tabby. They have kind of like an M here, and I think it was, anyway, one of those stories is like some deity maybe, or a prophet. You know, I should look that up before I ramble on about it. Bless them or something like that for their company, and mark them so that they would have this on their heads. Perhaps in the next video I will have that information. Didn't look it up. It just popped into my head because I was wondering if I should do a pattern in the fur. Anyway, I'm an old man, and sometimes the information I have just pops into my head, pops out of my mouth. So that's roughly the face that I'm going for, kind of cartoon-like. Not too serious. Could have some whiskers. All right. Now, trying to think of where on the body we're going to have this. So, in my mind, there are funny jokes that you can play on people. But anything that has to do with getting hurt, I don't know if I find that stuff to be nearly as funny. Like I think awkward situations, they can be pretty funny. But I don't know if I'd go out of my way to say, like, you wouldn't scream fire and then expect people not to be really upset with you, because you might create panic if there isn't a fire. And screaming shark, I think that is not funny. So I don't know why I'm doing this. It's because it's Shark Week, Shark Fest, and that's really it. We're just under 12 minutes right now for this doodle. I'm darkening in some of the lines. On the outside. It's just kind of my thing. And if you watched any of the other videos that I've put up, secretly, orca or killer whale seems a little bit scarier to me. Oh, I should put those in a little darker now before I put in a little bit of a shoulder here. And then this would be where we get to see one of the paws. With a hint of the claws down here. And this dorsal fin would have the means by which to keep it on. Somewhere around here. pen. Cats are funny creatures. They you can find different cats that kind of look out for you, and some will meet you at the door, for example, when you get home, to greet you, welcome you back. And sometimes they're rather aloof, and they're not that worried if you're there or not, because they don't really understand that you go away. But I think they understand time, whereas I don't know, you hear all these things about dogs, that dogs don't really understand time. Some think that cats can see into other realms, or are more sensitive to otherworldly like things. Now we're just under 20 minutes. I'm not going to go super far with this. It is just a doodle. Hopefully you're doodling along. It doesn't have to be this. But I encourage you to get your sketchbooks and do this kind of stuff. So like yesterday, I put out 2 videos, mainly because the first one that I did, I didn't like. And I think that's one of the neatest things about having a sketchbook, is that you don't really have to have like everything in there that's fantastic. Like there's elements of what I'm doing here that I don't really like that much. You know, anyway, some parts of this, of course, have to be underwater. I'm debating in my brain if I want to have the tail or just have it as just some silly fun thing, because I want to let's see here. I'm going to darken in that fin up top. I'll do that with some water here. I can add in a little bit more detail after I do this, but I want there to be something that seems like a shark. This is not permanent ink, of course, which would be difficult to do what I'm doing right now if it was. There's certain markers that you can do this as well. And it's a fun way to sort of add shading and kind of like character. A little like that. I don't really need to go that much further than that because I don't need to clean that brush a little bit, set it aside so it can dry. And see if we can do just a little bit of scritchety scratches so that you know this is the face. Of a fearsome apex predator. And it's kind of fun. Making sure that the teeth are kind of set up so that we know. Okay. I think that's not bad. I think that's good for now. So anyway, folks, thanks for hanging out for a few minutes, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Ciao for now.